Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the football team, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Dallas Cowboys taking on a second club from the NFC, the Washington Football Team. The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
They begin with a run by Smith, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Aikman. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Aikman operating from the gun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
A first down carry for Smith. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Aikman looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Smith. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 7. Handoff, running left, Smith. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, if you're up 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
After the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Green to bring it back. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 10 now. It's Aikman. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Aikman will throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Washington. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and he tackled him for a loss.
Second and 14. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. After 1 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And Washington has taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Aikman. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 41 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Smith. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, here's Smith again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Aikman. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Theismann quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now Brown, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On first down, Riggins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This will be caught by Brown. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Steps away to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And Washington has retaken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking to pass. Aikman on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action now. Aikman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Aikman. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Aikman. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl.